Some devils, J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. The questions we're going over are on the video. Just pulled it right on up. Cleveland medalist, question mark. It's a 9 to 5 guy who listens to what grew up on and watches Sunday football game. Sounds about right for the most part, most of these dudes. 100 comments posted 3 weeks ago, goddammit. Let's see what the fuck we got here. Going scrolling to the first question mark towards the bottom. Whoever the fuck's there. Here we go. Question marks. Metal Mickey. Shout out to you, bro. Definitely never seen you before. Hell's Who? Question marks. Yeah, that's kind of a inside joke. You know what I mean? Because it was the first time we brought that up. It was an inside joke with me and my brothers. Was going with the first time we vended at Maryland Death Fest, and we vended there and just handed out stickers and I think sampler comp CDs. And there's a lot of people never heard of you. So just Hell's Who, but and not even like we're not like fucking we think we're the shit or anything like that. Like nobody, if you meet anybody's media saying it, guys, we're just regular dudes that just so happen to like music and do this, right? So we don't think like look high up and fucking nose in the air or nothing. But it's kind of like the more we look at it, and I never thought about it until a few years ago. It's kind of like if you collect metal music, how have you never heard of Hell's Headbangers? In a sense, I'm thinking about because again, I put into one video. Crickets still no, and assuming they don't exist because I don't know anyone who has a bigger metal distro than Hell's Headbangers. Who has more merchandise for sales? CDs, LPs, cassettes. Total. I mean, I don't even know. It was where claim to fame was over 20,000 titles in stocks. I think we're over 30,000 even. It's like well over that. I mean, don't even do the math. Because again, not trying to fucking like compete in a sense or have a sense of pride about it or nothing like that. It just adds up. We're just doing what we're doing, and it just adds up over the years. But like, yeah, when I think of distros, I think of like Nuclear Now. I think of like Dark Descent. I think of Iron Bonehead. There's a bunch of people talking about it, but I'm like, I know for a fact they don't have even a fraction of what we have. I know that for 100% fact. So yeah, like who has more shit? So what I'm getting at, if you collect this kind of music, what do you mean you never heard of us? Maybe you don't like us. Maybe fuck that balding Dumbo doofus doing those fucking videos I ain't order from them clowns. They sell Satanic War Master. I'm not selling for this. Whatever the fucking case may be. Okay, fine. But you never even heard of us and you claim to collect metal. I'm calling you out, brah. You don't collect metal. You ain't into metal. You're just here for the show to look cool in front of the buds. That's what I'm saying. Because, yeah, what do you mean you never fucking heard of us? It means you don't fucking buy music. Hell's Who, question marks? Could you not approach Gutted yourselves and try and organize putting the Bleed For Us vinyl out? Recently, I tried to get it on eBay, and it went for 74, looks like euros or pounds. Looks like pounds you put there. It's like I just described in previous videos, not that we could or couldn't, but just because they're from Ohio, like I don't even know if I've ever fucking even met those guys. Maybe I have, but I don't know them personally. If I met them, it was one of those things you met them at a show and didn't realize who it was. But again, the biggest fucking reason for a lot of this stuff is number one, there's only so much stuff you can put out. It's like no, you can put on everything. And Gutted was never a band that I kind of grew up on. I heard them. I heard actually when the stuff got reissued, we got them. I listened to it. And I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything outstanding. So they weren't a band like I grew up on. Like for example, like I brought up like the Abhorrence, Evoking the Abominations. Like that was something. Listened to as a kid. The first three Christians, listened as a kid. You know, the Morticians, the Deceased, Embalmer. Those were a lot of the reissues that we did. The Centurions. We put it out on vinyl. More Darkcore, Last Days Humanity. That was all stuff I listened to since I was a kid. Gutted was not one of those bands. I heard them when I was like, shit, I don't even know, 29, 30, like way late. So it wasn't like something I was like super passionate about, but definitely wouldn't be against putting it out. But what I'm getting at is like the reason a lot of them don't happen is one, not enough fucking time. Two, it wasn't one on my list per se to get right to because it wasn't one I grew up on, so it wasn't like something I was super excited about for myself. And three, when you do ask, the reason I've talked about on this channel is fucking either guys, a lot of times just no fucking reply, or number two, you don't get it. They do reply, but you don't get a solid answer. Number three, thinking about doing it ourselves. Really, for 30 years now, he's still thinking about it, huh? A lot of those answers for, yeah, bro, I'm into it. And it's like, but fucking Joey over at fucking Pulverized, he owns it, so you're gonna have to ask him. And then Joey tells you to get fucked, or you don't get a reply from Joey. Or they do own it, and hey, we're gonna need those files. I got nothing, bro. Can you scan the CD? It's like, well, it's kind of a pure full color cover. It's gonna look like complete ass. So not really. Basically, you're asking me just to goddamn do a high quality bootleg and send you, basically pay you to do it. Well, we do all the work. It looks like ass, and you get paid to sit on your ass because you didn't even fucking supply materials. So that's kind of also kind of get lost. There's been exceptions to the rule. We had to do it because it was something really, really wanted to do. The Hemdale Exhumed splits, one of them, for example, that we had to work with from a CD because neither band had any materials. And it's like, well, I definitely want this to come out. It's never been on vinyl. It's one of the greatest fucking, if not the greatest grindcore split of all fucking time. So there's exceptions to the rule. We'll make it work like that. But a lot of times it's like, dude, I'm not scanning a CD. Get lost, man. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have the files? And even if you don't, you should damn sure know who the fuck does. Somebody should. Like, it's asinine as fuck to me. So there's all these outside stupidity variables. Like, why don't you just put it out? Because everybody's a fucking knob. To put it, to sum it up in simple terms, because everybody's a fucking knob. That's the main reason, to be honest with you. Interface. The hell's who? Yeah, that's what they say. Forgotten channels saying some shit that's but anyway, question: how hardcore are you about owning the original vinyl versions for your favorite old school metal releases? For example, the early Osmos colored vinyl presses of Immortal, Enslaved, Marduk, etc. Not super hardcore about it. Some I just own the originals by because that's all that was out, and that's what I got at the time. A lot of the times the reissues, in all honesty, they're fucking better. Some of the originals, like I brought it up on camera, Monstrosity Imperial Doom. I remember that being fucking ass. There's like no spine in the cover. The cover's flimsy. It might not even have an insert with it. Some of those 90s records, the vinyls in the 90s, especially the late 90s and early 2000, even early 2000s, 2000, 2001, a lot of them, you'd get it. It'd just be a record and a cover, no insert. Impale Mondo Menacoli is another one. That'd be one I'd love. Hell's to fucking reissue, but it'd be it's a stupid reply. Fucking I know because I asked for Dead Shall Dead Remain. Fucking Necropolis owns it. Well, who owns Necropolis? Well, that's Billy, dude, and he lives in fucking Tropical Island. And all right, well, can we just do it? Well, Billy owns it. Well, it doesn't sound like Billy's gonna fucking do anything. Well, but I don't have files. That's because Dead Shall Dead Remain, the original recorder. That's one of my big, big ones I would love to do on vinyl. It does exist on 12-inch pictures, which I have, and had all the guys sign it when I first met them. Have it to this day, but never met it on vinyl. And I'm a huge fucking fan of that record. So same deal. But Mondo Metacoli, which I have the original LP for that, is it's just a record and a cover, no insert, nothing. What the fuck? There a lot of them were half-assed like that. So let's say Hell's Headbangers did Mondo Metacoli. That's a little bit more reasonable because if we had a scan from it, at least for the cover, I can scan the front cover and it wouldn't look like dog shit, not blowing it up from a CD, blowing up to 12 inches. So that'd be slightly more doable. But I have a feeling that's a Necropolis owns it too, and basically, I don't want to tell you, man, which is whatever. Um, but let's just say Hell's did do that. Ours would be way better. Let's say we did like a gatefold cover with a fucking poster and colored vinyl, and you'd have all the lyrics and everything. Original LP didn't have that, so and a lot of times it's kind of like fuck the original. Originals fucking suck. Now, if it's a good quality original, then yeah, those are always cool to fucking have because obviously not all of them were shit. And a lot of times in the '80s they were pretty decent quality because that's all there was. Or vinyl, if it wasn't all there was, vinyl was still the popular format at the time. So I'm not super hardcore about it. Just sometimes that's what I have, and you know what I mean. But a lot of times, like I said, the reissues are way better. David Cox, Christian metal question mark. Surely you guys are into Striper. Who doesn't want to rock those bumblebee tights? Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking scene that I don't really have a problem with or not a problem. I don't really know anything about it. I never had any interaction with those guys. Again, like when I bring up my crowd, the posers I rip on, the only reason is because they try to interact me like all the fucking time as a teenager. The striper type guys and the hair metal guys, like the one guy brought up in the one video, I never really cared about them because I don't think I don't think any of them ever really come up to me, to be honest with you. And like, and rubbing elbows, like, yeah, fuck yeah, I listen to Grave. And like, there's no way in fuck you listen to Grave, dude. What are you talking about? No possible way. So never had that happen. Mike Violet, question. I know you mentioned in the past it would cost $500 to go see Pantera. $500 all expenses paid. Don't forget the expenses. Because goddamn, with tickets, gas fucking prices, parking, and beers at the show, you're probably spending fucking $500. So 500 plus expenses, brah. So it's probably more like 1,000 to be honest with you. How much would it take for you to go to a Five Finger butt punch show? Oh man, that's another bad one. Forgot all about those fucking canoes. FYI, if you don't know, they're about the worst thing to ever happen to music since boy bands, essentially. They are a boy band that poses as metalheads. Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if I've ever officially even heard them. Well, I'm sure I've heard them, but I know how bad it is. It's one of those bands, you know where I think I first heard about them? I think it was a place kind of like the Record Exchange. If you guys don't know what Record Exchange is, it's a decent store here in Ohio. It's kind of like a chain. Well, I don't know if it's kind of. I think it is because there's multiple locations. But they sell DVDs, CDs, records, video games, a bunch of stuff. So there's mostly mainstream stuff in there, but you could literally go in the used bin and find a Setnex record if you want to, like somebody sold their collection or whatever. So it is possible. Or if the new Cannibal Corpse comes out, the new DSI, they'll get it in. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's a decent place. But I think it was someone there I saw on the wall, or maybe the one guy that worked in there at the big fucking ear gauges naturally, and looked deathcore as fuck before I even knew what the shit was. I think he asked me or something. So of course, whatever shirt I was wearing, dismembered. Again, another guy rubbing elbows, which is probably a shirt he's never fucking heard of. But anyways, do you like Five Finger Death Punch, bro? And it was just like, never heard of them, but keep on, I never heard. This is well over 10 fucking years ago. This is probably like 12, 13 years ago. Quite a while ago. Never fucking heard of them, but if they sound anything like I think they sound, I don't fucking like them. And quite frankly, based on looking at you and the fact that you do like them and you're asking, I know I wouldn't like them. And again, I think I have heard it accidentally, like maybe Craig said something like, "Yeah, here's what they sound like." It's all fucking God, pretty much exactly what I expected. But I can't say I've listened to a record from top to bottom. I don't need to. Some of the shit, most of you guys that are sensible, I'm sure somebody will come in here and say something fucking stupid. What do you mean Pantera is not heavy? What do you mean Pantera is not a metal band? You get the fucking dum-dum, clueless dum-dum. Those are the type of guys that are coming up to you. Like, it's not what I said, man. But most of you fucking get it. And I'm sure you're going to understand that. Yeah, I don't need to hear an entire Five Finger fucking, what do you call it, butt punch to fucking know that I don't like it. So most guys are, yeah, common fucking sense. Quite frankly, I knew by the name. Knew by the name and knew by the clientele asking me. But that was, probably, so that was when I was like in my 20s, when this horrendous shit was spilling over. But I think I only got one guy asking about that. And, but they're a boy band. I didn't know that, but I just knew it was some trendy fucking mainstream new metal, deathcore fucking bullshit garbage. I just knew it was something along those lines. Anyways, where the fuck did they leave off? God damn it! When poses as metalheads. So how much would it take money wise for you to go to one of their shows, headbang, and do a meet and greet with where you praise them? Oh shit! You're asking me to go fucking all out. I was gonna say this. The price would be the same as fucking Pantera. I mean, I figured if all my expenses are paid and $500, I'm like, $500 is a pretty good paycheck for one night's work, right? That's exactly what I look at as work. But if I'm going balls out, headbanging on stage, basically, is that what he said? Yeah, headbanging in front of the front stage and goddamn fucking meet and greet, posing all outs. Yeah, now I'm fucking morality wise going against what I stand for. Might have to fucking quadruple that, put it up to a fucking all expenses paid plus $2,000, and especially considering I'll have the goddamn sore neck the next day because I haven't headbanged in fucking years. Yeah, sore neck, talking the canoes of the band, headbanging, sitting through that insufferable fucking crowd. I don't even need to go there to know who's going there, and I know you just want to go fucking flame throwing all the fucking rest bombs. For sure, that would honestly the butt punch that would have to be worse than a fucking Slayer show, or at least equivalent. Actually, I'd have to say worse because at least in the Slayer show, I know I would see some Cleveland true metal guys, maybe like a Dwayne Morris or a Chris Dora or a Matt Sorg or somebody like that, somebody I recognize and know. And butt punch, theoretically, there'd be nobody there I know unless they're getting the $2,000 offer as well. Yeah, there's nobody I'm hanging around with this shit listens to that crap. So let's say $2,000 plus all expenses paid. That'd be my price. So if you want me to see butt punch, that's what it is. God damn it. Joshua Michael, question, J-Dog. Seeing how you hate the Cleveland scene so much, I don't fucking hate it so much. I just think these guys are just clueless idiots. The land, and then they've never been out of state and damn sure never been out of the fucking country. You ever think about moving? Yeah. End goal is Vegas. If you had all the resources, where would you move to? End goal is Vegas, is what I'm hoping to move to. But yeah, I mean, it's fine living here. It's just the sports fucking posers are absolutely fucking annoying, and the Cleveland metal posers are absolutely annoying. And what I mean by that Cleveland posers is supposedly we have this great fucking metal scene, but like I said, if you get a band, Gospel of Horns, that's using them as an example. The reason I've used them a couple times is because I literally was there. And it was the most embarrassing fucking thing ever. Fly all the way from goddamn Australia, and there was 30, 40 fucking people there. There's no fucking reason that should have been packed to the gills. Minimally, like, you kind of see, like, huh, black thrash band that definitely looks respectable as fuck, just image-wise, looks metal as fuck. I haven't heard them. Flying all the way from Australia. I go to shows. I'm pretty sure it was a Friday or Saturday night, too, so don't give me that weeknight crap. And you would just think if they're so metal, they would go and check them the fuck out. They didn't. They weren't there. So, yeah, fuck Cleveland. It sucks. Bunch of posers. Because in all honesty, kind of, in my book, if Gospel of Horns comes back here, Denial of God, Haemorrhage, any of those bands playing and you live in Cleveland and you're not going out to that, I'm not going to say you're an automatic poser, but you're questionable as fuck. Now, maybe you heard them, like, let's say, one of the guys they heard Haemorrhage, like, yeah, I heard Haemorrhage. Haemorrhage fucking sucks ass. I'm not going. Fair enough. But other than that, especially the younger fucking guys, and if they're listening to 200 stab wounds and all that other bullshit, then I don't want to hear any excuses. Nah, that's red flag like a motherfucker. The poser fucking city if you wouldn't be there. And I bring up, I know everybody in the comments, no, I'd be there. I don't know. I thought about flying out Haemorrhage on my own fucking dime, and that'd be well over 10 grand with flight tickets, hotels, and whatever cash they want in their pocket. And I guarantee I would lose my fucking ass because there'd be max 100 fucking people. And I'm talking, again, no weeknight fucking bullshit. I'm not an idiot. Fucking don't let the Dumbo ears fool you. I'm not that dumb. Fucking wouldn't have it on a goddamn weeknight. It'd be a Friday or Saturday, so you can't pull that shit. I'm sure there'd be some, and here's the kicker, too. I know for 1,000% fucking fact, too, that a show like that will get some out-of-towners. So we get some guys from Detroit, Pittsburgh, Chicago, probably Maryland and Indiana. 6 surrounding areas. You'd get, 2-3 people from each coming to that, or maybe a little bit more, and it would still be, I don't know, 100 people there. So it's like, subtract a good 20, 30 people, they're out of town. Wow, we got 70 Cleveland douches here for fucking Haemorrhage. Legendary fucking, you like brutal shit, you like Gorgon, you like Carcass and shit, no goddamn reason you should at least think they're fucking decent. Friday night, you go to shows, you go to metal, you sport the scene, sport the land, because it's all the fucking lingo these idiots out here use. Flying all the way from Spain, never even been to Cleveland, barely been to the U.S. in my book. The only time I know they've been to the U.S., they played Maryland Death Fest twice. Outside that, I don't know if they played anything in the States whatsoever. If you know, and then throw it out there. They damn sure never played at Cleveland or the state of Ohio. So don't give me that bullshit. You haven't fucking seen them. So, Mr. Land, the fucking land, love the fucking metal scene, great metal scene. Don't give me that crap because I know you wouldn't be at goddamn Haemorrhage. So shove it up your fucking ass. Because I already know that'd be the case. There'd be 70 Clevelanders there, 30, 40 are out of towners. I could be wrong, but I would be willing to. Well, shit, I practically did bet money on it because I literally considered it myself. If Hells didn't want to do it or whatever, maybe I was like, what if I just did it on my own dime? Flew them out here. But I was doing the math. Like, let's say tickets were $30. I'd pay $30 to go see Haemorrhage before anybody says something stupid about that, too. What do you expect, man? Flat one-off show from fucking Spain? What do you think it's going to be, $5? No. So let's just do the math. And it's easily going to be fucking 10 grand. At least 10 grand. We'll just fucking... How many guys in the band? 5, right? Singer, 2 guitar players. Yeah, there's 5 guys in the band, so you got 5. You got to fly out 5 mofos from Spain. That's easily 12 to 1,300 a piece, at least. And I know because I've flown to France several times, and it was 12 to 1,300 each time, and that was fucking 12, 13 years ago. Prices damn sure didn't go goddamn down, so don't give me that crap. I know Spain's right next door to France. So let's say, on the low end, 12 to 1,300 bucks. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're $2,000 a fucking ticket. If they're $2,000, hell, there's your 10 grand right there just to fly their asses over here. They're not going to sleep in the fucking trunk of a car, so you got to have to get them each a hotel room. Maybe Anna, I'm assuming Anna Louisma, I think they're still together, so that's one hotel room for the other 2. Doubt the other guys are going to snuggle up like, grown-ass men snuggling up in a bed together. I know I damn sure fucking wouldn't. So they're going to each need their own room. So that's 4 rooms you're going to need right there. I don't know, $100 a night for a room. That's $400. Shit, you're at fucking $10,400 if you're at the two grand a ticket. But let's just say 1,500, and I guarantee you they're going to want to play minimally in their pockets at the very fucking least $1,000. So yeah, 10 grand minimum. Probably realistically they're probably more like 15, 16, 17 grand all in. Expense paid. Well, selling fucking tickets for how much? Let's just say that. Let's go in the middle. Let's say it costs 12 grand, all expenses paid. $12,000, and let's say we're selling tickets for divided by 30, just to break even. You'd have to sell 400 fucking tickets. They fucking Cleveland, the land, king of the streets, fucking medalist rock. You think Cleveland would sell 400 goddamn tickets to go to Haemorrhage? That's just to break even. No fucking way, Jose. So yeah, the land fucking sucks. Anyways, that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns, you know what the fuck to do. Put in the comments box, get an answer bright and early morning. Later, goddammit.